I am Stuart Walker.
And I'm Jenna Walker, and we're the Reklaws in conversation with Joe Leary.
Big single, hometown kids. All I know is rural Ontario. How rural in Ontario are you guys from?
Have you ever heard of Kirkwall?
No, I've heard of Bramalea.
That rule.
Okay. Orangeville. Okay, so where is Kirkwall? Tell me about it. What's
It's
the?
just outside of Cambridge, Ontario.
Okay, I've heard of Cambridge. Yeah,
between Cambridge and Hamilton.
Right.
So yeah, we grew up in the country on a crazy little farm, and that was really where we got our start.
Okay, so I'm guessing there was music in the family. I mean, were you nurtured on country music, or where'd you cut your chops?
The farm that we grew up on, all we did was my dad set up speakers throughout the entire place because it was an adventure farm. Very hard to explain. Weekends in October, the public would come out, and we would be like, the Reklaws began at a halftime show for the pig races. For Yeehaw.
We're talking rural Ontario.
Rural.
Okay, all right. So you grew up on farms. Are you farm kids, or did you kind of shun the chores and just kind of do the singing?
I would say we're farm kids.
Yeah.
And our chores were different. They weren't like your regular go out and feed the cattle. It was like go out and perform in front of thousands of people that are going to come and visit our farm at a pig race. Or go and work at the haunted house that's underneath our barn and scare people going through the haunted house.
Okay.
That was our chore.
Okay. So when did you decide that, you know what, we got something going here, we're musically inclined, you're probably enjoying the reaction from the public?
Yeah, I guess it was a couple people would watch us sing and they'd be like to our parents, you need to do something because there's something here and we enjoy listening to them. So once that happened, we had actually had a reality TV show pilot with our family. That was through a movie that was shot at our house. And during the pig races, some of the people that were working at the movie came down to watch a pig race. And they were like, you need a reality TV show. So that was really where it started for us because they saw that we were singers and they saw that maybe that was something they could incorporate into the TV show. And so they sent us to Nashville and they introduced us to writers down there to maybe write a song for every episode.
So Nashville is a pretty hip community, and obviously, I'm guessing, I've never been to Nashville, but what I know of it, it's probably a little bit hipper than Kirkwall, was it?
Far hipper.
Okay, all right. So how did you adapt? Were you guys like ducks out of water, or did you kind of blend in right away? Or?
When you get there, you have no idea what to do. You're just when we first went, we were 17, 15, really, really young, and Dad went down with us, but we've been going every year, for probably most of the year we're in Nashville rather than Canada, just writing and getting used to it down there, and it's starting to feel more like home than Ontario is. Which is
I've interviewed a number of country artists. First of all, Nashville is not strictly a country town anymore. There's a great indie rock scene and all of that. But it seems to me that it's almost like a rite of passage. Any country music artist needs to kind of go through Nashville at some point. Is that fair to say?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If you don't go to Nashville first, you can still make it in LA. There's something about the writers in Nashville and the whole vibe of the city that you get from we'll come home and we'll write 40 songs and it's fine. The songs are great, but when we go to Nashville, we write 10 songs, and those 10 songs stand out way more than the 40 songs we wrote in Ontario. I don't know why. It's the vibe.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just get into that vibe, and it's just something that you do down there.
Now, okay, speaking of vibes, I got to ask, because being siblings, I'm certain that, you're best friends. You kind of need to be.
Yeah.
Do you have those moments just get the hell away from me? I need my own time.
Jenna's got her own hotel room this trip.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's the upside of being siblings on the road, and what's the downside? Tell me.
I think the upside is the fact that that's obviously the number one question we get asked. It's how do you do it? Because a lot of people have siblings and can relate to being on the road with a sibling and how they would react to it. Of course, we have our times where it's get out of my face. And usually that's when we're home and we can be goodbye, I'm going to my friends, you go to your friends, that's what we do. But we're also very lucky to have each other because it's not like we can break up. It's like we're in it together no matter what, and wherever you go, you have your roots, you have your home with you, and we can read each other through that if we're both uncomfortable in a situation or don't feel the songwrite's working out the way we want to. We know.
Okay,
right?
so with that in mind, how do you settle a dispute? I know personally I am a control freak. So I would have a very hard time working with somebody that wasn't maybe on the same page I was on. So you guys, obviously, you might have great similarities and a familial bond, but at the same time, there's probably differences between your personalities. Yeah. How do you break a tie on a songwriting?
We've been doing it for so long. We know exactly, like, our manager was on our butts for so many years about what our brand is, what exactly we want to say. And so when we go into writes, it's literally like we're both in the same mindset as far as the idea or the concept of the song that's going to be going. And the second that the song starts taking a different turn when we're with other writers, we like can literally look at each other, we're like, let's change this, let's like both get in there. Because when there's 2 people in a song, right, with 4 people, it's a lot more powerful when they both have the same opinion and they both agree. But in the beginning, in the beginning it was like we didn't know what was right and what was wrong, and we were just kind of following what everybody else was doing. But now we're really getting an understanding what our brand is.
So when you've been on the bill with some pretty heavyweights in the country music realm, I mean, like Luke Bryan and Blake Shelton and people like that, do you glom a little bit from each of these people? I mean, I don't know how much time you get to hang with them, but I mean, you obviously see them and you see their routines. Does that help nurture you and develop you guys as newer artists?
Yeah, like the Rempel, I was just about to say with this whole sibling thing, the Rempel brothers of High Valley brought us on our first tour ever, which was crazy. And every night we were like, it was like 20 shows. Every night we went and watched them and studied them and got to like see how they interact with the crowd. And the more we do that with the heavy hitters, we open up for Dirk Bentley and stuff. We love watching and just observing and studying and like, trying to really hone the craft. It's tough.
And I think it's like inspiring to. I feel like you're always learning, no matter what. I guarantee if you ask that question to like Blake Shelton, he'd feel like he's still studying people. He's still getting influence from other people, and I don't think that ever stops. I think when it stops, then you're kind of done with your career, no matter what you choose to do as your career. But I think we're always learning, and we're always, for those people, we're the biggest fans of them. We started off as country music fans. That's who we were. So we'll always just be inspired.
There's something that I've noticed, and I think it's kind of unique to country music, and that is the relationship that the artists have with their fans. It's second to none. I mean, you don't see that in rock. You don't see that in other genres. What is it about the country audience and the artists that makes you guys so symbiotic? I mean, you love your fans, and they love you back.
Somebody asked us a similar question a month ago, and I kind of realized with the last 2 songs we put out, Hometown Kids and Long Live the Night, they're both super lifestyle, like loving life, enjoying every moment of every second of the night and the summertime. And there's so much crap going on in the world right now. For us, being able to like just let our audience escape. Tonight we're playing a show for 40 minutes. If we can let them escape to a different place and just enjoy themselves, get away from all the stuff going on in the news, their lives, whatever it is. Our whole purpose is to make them feel like we're great friends with them, and that like it's just a miniature escape.
And that's what country music does.
Yeah.
That is what country music is.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one final question, and you've referred to a couple of the questions I've asked you going, yeah, we've had somebody ask that before. So every interviewer wants someone to go, oh, geez, man, that's a good question.
I know.
I'm going to ask you, what's a question you haven't been asked that you're dying to answer? The mic is yours. Jenna, you start. What's a question that nobody has asked you that you've already got a prepared answer for in your head?
Oh.
There's a good question. There's a good question.
Now I'm like speechless.
Okay. Do you want to take a moment on that? Okay. What is something that we don't know about? Give us a tidbit that heretofore has not been told about the Reklaws. Okay. Something about maybe life on the adventure farm or pig racing, or have you birthed a cow, or what? Just
His hillbilly name at Yeehaw Adventure Farm was Billy Buck.
Billy Buck.
And my name was Fancy. We would black out our teeth and we would put on hillbilly accents. And that's what we did. So there you go.
That's the first time that's come up.
Okay. That's the first time.
So Billy Buck,
okay.
Fancy.
Yeah. We're going to end on that. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thank you so much.